Hello again. Hopefully everything's working now. OBS just kind of crashed after I had my break, so I don't know when it crashed. Hopefully it crashed after the whatnots was finished. I think I got pretty close in there. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, anyway, I was gonna do the event now. I'm glad that our little buddy didn't have to die. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Did it unplug my power cable? It looks like it did. Go back in. Everything always starts stuttering when the power isn't connected. There we go. That's better. Alright. What was I gonna do? The event? Yes. I am gonna be on top of my shit today. Go to the quest. This one. I need to talk to Soros. Over here. Let's see. Playlist live. See if I can pull up my chat. There we go. Okay. Paimon's getting so used to how you look now that Paimon can't even remember what you looked like without the chaplet, Soros. Damn it. Oh well. Paimon seems to remember some baldness at the top of your head and a haughty disposition. But Paimon didn't expect you to get the chaplet so easily. Though it was mostly thanks to our help. Bah! Mention the trifles of the past no more, pale floater. The thing of greatest importance, the reason we were able to claim the chaplet so easily, was because I am a pari worthy of the two-horned chaplet. Hence, everything fell into place as it was meant to be. Perhaps I was fated to bear this crown from the day of my birth. Bragging loudly, I see. Elder Zervan, what brings you here? Just seeing if our newest Bloomguard is fulfilling her duties. Duties? Oh no, did you think claiming such a title would bring you nothing but fame and fortune, Soros? Impossible! I am no pari of rank ignorance. The duties I have not been neglected. Indeed, I also have performed the necessary feats to be worthy of my accolades. Though flashing time might steal your attention, a gradual trickle of enduring devotion may also be worthy of praise. In the time you've spent away from us, there have been countless pari who, though unable to ever gain the title of Bloomguard, still contribute to our greater community with quiet dignity. I thought that you would perform some deeds that would prove your worthiness of the title of Bloomguard. As it turns out, however, it seems you've just been idling about. Hey, saying she does nothing is going too far. Soros is already pretty great, right, Noain? Sure is. I did not mean to neglect my duties. It's just that the responsibilities of a Bloomguard weren't fully detailed by the Order of Skeptics. It is a pari tradition, after all. Trying to learn it from humans is pure folly. Though you have earned the approval of Kavarena, you remain a young pari. In time like these, it is best to be direct and consult me for guidance. Ask you for guidance directly, Elder? But, no, the chaplet possesses a great deal of knowledge. I need but contemplate for a moment before I am greeted with answers. But Zervan is right here. She even said that if we have questions, she'll answer. We don't even need to go hunting for details anymore. From Paimon and Noain's deep adventuring experience, chances like this are pretty few. You'll regret not taking this opportunity. I doubt not my elder's sincerity. It's just, I heard the Order of Skeptics say that the only answers one finds themselves are worthy of merit. Isn't that something someone else told you as well? Yeah, do you really think the Order of Skeptics is more trustworthy than Zervan? Indeed, you offer truth in your insights, Yasnapati, Pale Floater. I am no longer the Sorish from before. With Kavrena's approval, I must act with maturity and live up to the title of Bloomguard. Zervan, I mean, Elder Zervan. What are the exact obligations of that a Bloomguard must fulfill? I beg you to enlighten me. Though I have been neglectful in the past, I will do my utmost now to remedy my feelings. Whoa, Paimon didn't expect Sorish to be so obedient. What happened? Paimon feels a little touched. Well, your words give me confidence. The Bloomguard's duties are vast, and may take days and nights to recall in their totality. However, considering that you have spent far more time with the humans than those of your own kind, let's start with something simple. As for all those who bear the title of Bloomguard, extraordinary competence and keen insight are necessities. I've already prepared 6 training tasks, with 3 meant to test flying skills, and the other 3, well, they'll need Sorish to clear out some potential threats. This training sounds kind of familiar. Sounds familiar? It is familiar. Isn't this just something we do all the time? Enough talk, Pale Floater. As long as I successfully finish these missions, my elder must concede that I am worthy and prepared for the mantle of Bloomguard. Though it sounds simple, these are the tests delivered unto me by my elder. I must unleash my fullest effort when dealing with them. Very good. Very good. Conveniently, Sorish's Yasnapati and his companion here, are here. There's a task you can help her successfully complete. It's no hard matter, though as you know, Sorish has been close with the Order of Skeptics and humans, while drifting further from Pari traditions. I would like to ask you to serve as an audience and listen to Sorish recount the past. A Bloomguard should naturally be able to speak of historic events, yes? Of course. If all we need to do is hear Sorish tell a story, it does sound pretty simple. Then I leave this to you two. As for the training that Sorish must complete by herself, I will let her know momentarily. You two merely need to accompany her. In the Recollector's Path event, you must help Sorish follow Zervan's instructions and discover her role as a Bloomguard. When each stage of the Recollector's Path begins, Sorish must listen to Zervan's teachings and then go to the specified site to undergo 2 trials before engaging in a short summary after passing said trials.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
Alright, that's definitely underground. Head to the specified location.
Behold! The wind rises.
During the Tranquil Trail trial, Sorish will need to use the Neroda fruit and the curios scattered... Oh, the curios. And the curios scattered nearby to pursue your uninvited guests. During the trial, Sorish can throw out an unlimited number of Neroda fruits. As these fruits hit different curios, various effects will be triggered that will affect the nearby uninvited guests. When the situation gets too cluttered, you can use analysis to summarize the specialties of the various curios and uninvited guests, and thus figure out a way to drive them out. Okay, sounds good. Hopefully I won't need a archer, but we'll see. Alright. Let us begin the trial. Use Analyze to summarize the specialties. Loudly snoring Dev, completely unaware of what's around them. If you make enough noise, it should wake up and scare them off. What about this? A very special flower that can spit large fruits, smashing through all demons of Dev, along with other obstacles in a straight line. Dev digging for something, they seem quite unconcerned with their surroundings. Pacing Dev that seems to lack attention and focus. It appears these explosions will scare away the Dev and inflict electro on the nearby surroundings. Okay. Anything else of note? Impression of the demons of Dev dancing around a campfire is a hard one to shake. Okay. Well, I think that's everything of note here. Oh, they are just running off, huh? Too bad I can't aim this thing. There we go. Oh, I see. I lure them in. Oh, that was pretty good. Alright, opponents repelled. There should be 2 left. I need to destroy a few more doohickeys. Where's the other dudes? Ah, these guys up there. Okay. Alright. Done and done. So that trial is over. Now we need to navigate to the next trial. Over here. Let's see.
What lovely weather. Which reminds me, we just received a batch of herbs.
Don't worry. Even if Chi-Chi forgot to dry out the...
Oops. During the reinforced reminiscence trial, Sorish can use memory fragments to check important reminiscences. You must assist Sorish in finding the correct location to complete said reminiscence. Once you reach the correct location, use the memory fragment to match the reminiscence with the actual site to complete it. After the trial starts, the time will start ticking down. Once it finishes doing so, Sorish will receive a hint to help her find the correct location.
herbs. Herbalist Gui will certainly remember to put them out in the sun.
Yes, you're right.
Find the correct location to restore the reminiscence. Okay, so the more we do it, it starts completing the picture. I don't fully understand what I'm supposed to be doing here, but... Okay, so that's a reminiscence. Is it? Aha. Okay, I get it. that was easy. Once I figured out what the heck was going on. This is the last stop for us today. Is this the last stop for us, our first day? We're pretty familiar with this place, seeing how we've been here plenty of times. If the Pale Floater is so confident, then why not swap roles with me? I'll play the audience and you be the speaker. Yeah, let's give it a try. Here comes Paimon. The place before us, covered with flowers and floating water, is the Vorokasha Oasis. This place doesn't have, Right, this place isn't infested by the demons of Dev and is the home of the Pari. There are many Pari here. The best among them is the one called Zurvan. Sarish, you were born here too, right? Though you were different from the other Pari. For example, while the other Pari only sound kinda weird when they speak, you sound really weird. You all came from the same waters, but why is it that only you are so strange? Hey. Paimon's not lying. When you were speaking to the Order of Skeptics, your words were kinda weird. Well, the skeptics themselves sounded weird too, so there's that. Phew! Paimon thought all the other Pari were going to be exactly like you. In fact, Paimon was worried that until we finally got to the Vorokasha Oasis and met Zurvan. Then, we found out that only you are like, how should Paimon put this? You have a particular way of speaking to the Order of Skeptics, right? It seems the Order of Skeptics had too much of an influence on her. I will not deny that. Seeing as you have no objections, Paimon will keep going. There's a big stump in the Vorokasha Oasis. Pale Floater, you absolute... It's the Harvey Spodum in the Vorokasha Oasis. Man, these Pari names sure are a mouthful. And it totally is a big stump, isn't it? Paimon remembers you saying that the stump is also a god and that the Pari have a deep relationship with it. Though those are indeed the facts, letting the Pale Floater describe them would be too unflattering. I shall resume the role of the speaker. All right, but Paimon thought she was making it easy to understand. Regardless, 500 years ago, our great god gave all to quell the disaster afflicting this place. As such, all the Amrita here is the last gift from the divine. Nourished by the Amrita, the Harvey Spodum and the Pari emerged. The eldest of the Pari and my elder is Zurvan. My birth came much later, so I was not a personal witness to those events. I heard my elder speak of it, but Elder Zurvan clearly associated with the Order of Skeptics when they were first established. But after my birth, all contact seemed to be lost between them. Though my elder has long stated the importance of Pari traditions, she rarely mentions the past in detail when she speaks with me. Instead, it was the Order of Skeptics, who enthusiastically shared the results of their historical research with me and approved of my wish to follow in the footsteps of the Divine Bird. So after that, you slowly drifted away from the other Pari and learned your strange way of speaking from the Order of Skeptics? Oh, I suppose that could be seen as correct, objectively speaking. Sounds like a rebellious phase. A rebellious phase. I heard the humans in the Order of Skeptics mention something like this. They said that the researchers in the forest experienced a Satyavada life or something like that. Is this rebellious phase a similar thing to the humans' progress? A similar thing that the humans progress through? Isn't Satyavada life the drugs? Maybe you can think of it as a necessary process for growth. It's not entirely like the Satyavada life thing that the researchers experience. In fact, Paimon's heard that plenty of human children experience it. Generally, kids go through a rebellious phase, will resist the care of their parents, and try to assert their independence. That's what Paimon's heard anyway. Just like you did. My past has little to do with my present. Whatever can be said, I now have returned to the Vorokasha Oasis and earned the Kavrana's favor. You're amazing, Sarish. Never mind, Pale Floater. It means nothing to be patronized by one as immature as you. That's all for today. Yasnapati, do you or the Pale Floater wish to ask anything? Speaking of, are the Pari and Aranar related in any way? Why do you ask this? because the Pari and the Aranara are both small, but are still capable of great things. You describe your adventures with the Arama and all the other Aranara. How very important Festival Utsava appears to be. I heard my elder mention it once, but only thought of it as little more than a joyful gathering for the Aranara. But if the Aranara have their own day, why do we Pari possess nothing of equivalence? I must mention this to my elder. Why do you want a Pari festival? Is it because you can eat lots of tasty snacks during the festival? Of course not. The Pari festival should have humans offering their odes and songs to us, while I get to choose the best singer of the lot. That doesn't sound like a festival at all. Well, not for the attending humans anyway. It's more like a high-pressure competition. But it is an enjoyable celebration for me, yes? Hence, I believe my elder may also enjoy such an occasion. Perhaps Zervan is right. For Suresh to become a so-called Bloomguard, she might need a little bit more training. Well, since we're here, we might as well get this Vista. I've been staring at it for like 15 straight minutes. Alright, now we gotta talk to Zervan again.
Squall Fury.
It appears the first part of your training went well. Yeah, you could say so. Yeah, maybe it was a bit too easy for Shorosh. Then I look forward to seeing her coming performance. About listening to Soresh tell stories, it turned out that Soresh went through a rebellious phase. Speak no more of this. Anyhow, I have finally shed that stage of my life. The important thing is that I, with my Yasnapati and the Pale Floater, recalled the history following the birth of the Pari, and spoke of the familiars of the forest and their special festival. In fact, the fact that we, as Pari, do not have such a celebration of our own makes me troubled. Do you not feel the same way, Elder? If it were up to me, we should let humans attend the Pari festival and hear from them the praises they sing for the Pari. Afterward, I shall pick the best singer. To my knowledge, Festival Utsava is not a day to be so willfully and wastefully spent. Paimon always thought that Sorish's desire to get humans to record her deeds was different from the other Pari. Is this also the influence of the Order of Skeptics? That is the very reason why recalling and pondering the past is significant. Whatever happens, I look forward to seeing her coming performance. Head to the specified location of the trial. Over here, is it? Dun 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 dun. Yep.
The wind rises.
Ooh. I should kill that.
Yeah.
Hello, do you want to be friends? I guess not.
The doctor will see you.
Mind the side effects. Cascade.
The doctor will see you.
Alright, give me the flowers. And that must be it, right? Yep, looks like it. The Intrepid Impulse. In the Intrepid Impulse, Sorish must reach the destination within the time limit. The more time Sorish has left upon completion, the more valiant Corollas she obtains, and the higher your challenge score will be. During the trial, get close to the glowing wreaths to borrow their power, and sprint forward over a certain distance, and temporarily expand your collection AoE for valiant Corollas. Sleet Dross fruit also exist within the trials. After being hit by them, Sorish's vision will be briefly disrupted, and the time remaining on the trial will also decrease, resulting in a lower final score. Well, let's go. Alright, so I can gather these just by going through them, it looks like. Run, run, run. Mm-hmm. Well, that was pretty easy. I don't think it's possible to do better than that. 3 minutes left over. Head to the specified location and complete the trial. This one. To the undergrounds.
Too slow.
Objectives. Find the correct location to restore the reminiscence. Yeah, this one looks pretty... Wait. Follow the memory. Where's the memory? Where's the reminiscence? I guess I just gotta wander around and look for it. Oops. I went too far. Alright, we'll start again. Begin the trial. So it looks like it's up there to me. Like, but I just don't know where the reminiscence is. Last time it looked like a blue circle. The heck? Oh! Alright, I'm just gonna... Oh, there's a meter and it tells me how far away I am. Okay. Anyway, yes. Looks like it goes right there. It's just that I need to be further away. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be exactly here. Okay. That looks there. Okay, got it. I eventually figured it out. So you have to stay on the exact spot where the reminiscence is.
Wait, Paimon remembers this place. We've been here before.
It does leave an impression.
It sure scared Paimon really pretty good. Paimon remembers that Soresh said this Weenet got sealed here because it was unlucky. Though, what does that have to do with Soresh's training? Huh? Does Zervan actually mean to say, haha, behold Soresh, behold the fate of the unfortunate? My elder is no pari of such idle nature. Back to the topic. Though I did not elaborate on the Weenet in detail when we passed through here earlier, the catastrophe that caused it should be familiar to you. The one that happened 500 years ago? Indeed. The Weenet must have been frozen in an instant. As it has been crystallized, its form remains in perpetuity. It is as if it would start burrowing through the earth once again once unsealed.
This moment will be frozen in time?
Paimon doesn't want to end up like that. You say what happened to the Weenet happened in an instant. No, just thinking of it scares Paimon.
I won't let that happen.
Yeah, Paimon won't let something so horrible happen to knowing either. Then you should thank us Pari. During those days of ruin, many species and races, including the Pari, gave their lives, sometimes even things more precious than their lives. Their sacrifices are why we were spared from facing the same irrevocable fate. And just so, as I was not there to witness the catastrophe, when this land faces danger once again, I must take action. Then, from what you're saying, this Weenut is even older than you are, which should also make it your elder. However, it will not be returning to life. It has been sealed in its crystallized state for centuries. Perhaps the only fate that awaits it is gradual dissolution. That reminds me, I saw this documentary or something that was talking about the people in Pompeii, how there was like their images, and it's not actually that their bodies turned into that hardened rock. It's actually that the hardened rock coated their bodies and preserved their form, but their corpses actually rotted underneath that. And so when scientists wanted to preserve the shape to put in a museum, they had to like inject the inside with some type of casting agent, like, I don't know, concrete or resin or something like that. The more you know, right? With how severe the loss of life was during the catastrophe, the Weenut, like countless other unfortunate souls, were frozen at the moment that calamity struck. But many more suffered even graver fates than this poor fool before us, for they had already worn away beneath the grinding passage of time itself. To this day, nothing remains of them, not memory nor memorial. This one before us only lingers because of its immense size and the fact that it has been hidden away in this cave from the glaring eyes of the sun and lashing winds, thus the intactness of its condition. However, no being on this land can overcome time. Not even remains and husks will endure. One day, there will be nothing left of it either. That sounds kinda sad, not having any trace that shows you lived once. The records left here by the humans should have something related to the Weenut. I presume such a thing is rare for humans, no? From what I heard my elders say, aside from the Order of Skeptics, there was also researchers from the forest here to seek inquiry. Though some humans believe that Setek Weenut is a complete state of a quicksand eel, to hold such theories and assumptions makes one worry for the contents recorded by these humans. That information's not reliable at all. Think, these records are obviously false, yet you still enthusiastically found a human to serve as your Yasnapati. Maybe before this crystal is entirely corroded, the poems and odes dedicated to you will have changed beyond our recognition. Maybe the Bloomguard mentioned in the odes might not be pink or cute, but instead have a rough but reliable exterior, a mild and respectable personality, and act with rationality and calmness. That sounds a lot like the idealized image of a guardian. That sounds nothing like you, Sorish. Absolutely not. Wait, I believe I understand what my elder desires. She must be reminding me to find a better way to record my deeds. My elder does possess foresight indeed. I must offer her my deepest thanks. Paimon doesn't think she meant that. Alright, so we need to go to the next one now. Okay, I did all of those. And... oh, I actually did 2 of them. Now I need to go to this one. Talk to Zervan. This event's kind of cute. I like that it lets us have conversations. Looks like you successfully completed your training. Oh, we got it done, but, Sorish. After seeing that crystallized Weenut, she said with real sincerity that even though it had existed for centuries, one day it would still disappear without a trace. And then immediately afterwards, when we mentioned that her odes might be distorted as well, her mood changed instantly. But of course, my deeds, I mean the deeds of us Pari, should be eternal. How can such a thing be compared to that which might part into dust and ash? If something cannot be recorded properly, then there must be something wrong with the method. You wished to remind me of this fact, which is why you sent me to view the crystallized wee-nut. Am I right, Elder Zervan? Ah, that's the way you see it. Interesting. Do you care nothing for the renown of the Pari? If you're speaking of renown the way humans understand it, not so much. Whatever you say, the present-day members of the Orders of Skeptics are so very dull. Of course, if there are more interesting individuals like Noain or Paimon, then that would be a different case entirely. A compliment from Zervan. Thanks, appreciate the praise, Elder. Hold, you can't call her Elder. Sarish, there's no need to be stingy. Zervan is the eldest here, so us calling her Elder is reasonable, right? Alright, enough idle chatter. If Sorish still thinks so highly of this human notion of renown, then the training that comes next might be just right. Alright, I await your good news. We're helping Sorish with character development. Over here, huh? Wonder if it's underground. I'll check underground first.
Quit following me.
Not that way. Not that way. It would be this way? Ah, there's a path. Good.
The wind rises.
Ooh, I forgot what these are supposed to do. 1, 2, and... Oh, right. The first one I did, didn't I just get rewarded with, like, a chest? Oh, that's what it is.
Quit following me.
Well, more dendro sigils is never a bad thing. Alright, looks like above ground it is. And this way. Oh, I see.
Stay still. A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow.
How amusing. Upon the gale.
Goodbye. That's what you get for ambushing me. I was gonna spare you, but you just couldn't take it.
Take it and have fun.
Alright, here we are.
Too slow.
Expel the requisite number of opponents. Destroy the requisite number of boxes and barrels. No more than 20 erode of fruits thrown. Seems simple enough. Alright, so I scared away those dudes. Blow this guy up. Blow this guy up. Smash this. How am I supposed to scare this guy? I don't know. There we go. I got quite a lot of them in that one. How many do I need left? Oops. Alright, so looks like there's more of these guys up here. And that's the last of them? Yep, that's the last of them. I definitely wasted some fruits, but I still got full points, and that's what matters. Now there's the next trial. Over this way. Wait. Do I have a key? I do not have a key. However, I have tons of these things. I better turn them in, get the key, and then do that. Yes. This way?
Swarm Fury.
Alright. Let's offer. Level up the tree! Rewards. 2 levels. Oh, but it didn't give me another key, though. Dang. Well, that's life. And we'll go here. Might as well mark it on my map at least.
The wind rises.
Alright, this is another remembrance thing. Alright, so where is the circle doodad? Oh. Right here, is it? Ah. There we go.
Hey, isn't this the place we passed by looking for Mihir? Although Mihir shouldn't be here right now, right?
All those thorns. They should be Mihir's companions. They look pretty good. Speaking of which, they helped us out a lot. Pale Floater, did you forget all that I have accomplished? No way. You might complain a lot, but you do care about your people, right?
Sorosh is the hero of this story.
Indeed. Paimon knew it. You've got big bark to go with your soft heart. Malicious slander. I was only here because I wished to earn the chaplet. If the Elder hadn't made me come, Well, whatever you say. Mia here is part of the reason you even managed to claim the Twin Horn chaplet. Shouldn't you thank her for that at least? Her? Bah! For such a figure, once stained and still struggling thusly, I'd say she would only be worth any merit after another 10 cleansing pilgrimages. 10 is way too many. Wait, on second thought, Paimon thinks it wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, the path really isn't long.
Yeah, maybe we can use it as exercise every now and again. From the name, Paimon thought we would be walking for 10 days and nights. As it turned out, we didn't even need to go that far. The shortness of this trail is making Paimon suspicious. If it was as long as the Oceanid's pilgrimage, then perhaps I would respect her. As it stands now, I can only state that the distance of the cleansing pilgrimage suits me here. The Oceanid's pilgrimage? After the catastrophe, a great number of Oceanids came from Fontaine to Sumeru, with the path they walked becoming their so-called holy path. Strange. Why would the Oceanids need to come to Sumeru? Pilgrimage? A pilgrimage for what? I only heard of such thing from my elder. Though there have been Oceanids from Fontaine, I haven't truly looked into it.
Could it be for the Harvey Spotum?
Right. Sora said that the Harvey Spotum was the god that let Pari be born. If honor is a big deal here, then the thing most deserving of it is definitely the Harvey Spotum. But what's the potential relationship between the Oceanids and the Harvey Spotum? Don't tell Paimon the Oceanids and Pari are, distantly related? Looking at you carefully, Paimon's really beginning to see the resemblance. Paimon hasn't discovered any world-shaking secrets, has she?
Maybe a bit.
The slander flows from your lips again, Pale Floater. I know nothing of any Oceanid. You're probably right. Sorosh did say that the distance Oceanids need to travel for their pilgrimage is far longer than Mihir's cleansing. But if that's true, does that mean the Oceanids are stronger than the Pari? Is Sorosh admitting defeat? What? I didn't mean that. In all seriousness, the cleansing pilgrimage is not actually tied to distance. It's more of a symbolic affair showcasing the rise and return to form. That sounds impressive, but... Regardless, it is irrational to brush all Pari as lesser than the Oceanids, and not because of any bias I may or may not have regarding Mihir. Speaking of which, why did Zurvan say that the next part of the training was just right for Sorosh? It doesn't look like anything special here. Also, Mihir's missing too. Though if she was here, Sorosh probably wouldn't talk to her properly either. They are pretty different in a lot of ways.
Mihir doesn't need a Yasnapati.
Yeah, she also said that being forgotten is a good thing. That fool. If her existence and her efforts over all these centuries are forgotten, then what was it all for? Maybe that's the question that Zurvan wants Sorosh to think about. It seems that Sorosh still needs some time.
Well, alright. Next, talk to Zurvan. And that's another one out of the way. I've done 3 of them already, so there should be only 3 left. Well, this one might be number 4, so there's 2 left?
Without knowing, the training has progressed to its latter half. How are things going?
You can say we're hitting our stride.
Though when Sorish tells us stories, there really seems to be some self-reflection happening. Dialogue is a good way for Sorish to learn, especially as the people she's talking to are more interesting than those of the Order of Skeptics. Elder, you're being arbitrary. Knowing is a remarkable Yasnapati, but not all of the Order of Skeptics members are... Perhaps they do have momentary instances of virtue between sessions of flattery and deception. I see you still need convincing. We will let our witnesses, Knowing and Paimon, give a review regarding your performance. Of course, that is after you finish your recounting. Head to the specified location and complete the trial. Back to the swamp. Unfortunate. Oh, I missed a flower. Nice. Frog first, because flowers do not walk away. Unless they're trying to eat you. Okay, so I am supposed to... Alright, it's another race. I like these. They are pretty simple, though. Not difficult to dodge these weird fruits. Bum, bum, bum. Excellent. I think that was good. And the next trial is up here. Speaking of which, I better mark that thingy-majigger. Because it's just right over there, isn't it? Yeah, right over there. I think it would be like here. Zoom in. I think this is where it is. I'll put it here. Yeah, that's good. Up here.
Squall and fury.
Find the correct location to restore the reminiscence. Okay. This time... Oh hey, there's another doohickey. Although it's not telling me the distance to the reminiscence, though. Aha! Got it. Maybe it only starts telling you the distance if you fuck up long enough. Let's see here. That'll be good.
It's so quiet. No one's here. Even if Rashnu was here, it should still be quiet. Yeah, but if she was here, we would need to talk softer. She always has that sleepy look on her face, and she didn't seem too happy when we woke her using the Kori drums. Paimon heard that the quieter someone is, the worse it gets when they get angry. Who knows what Rashnu is like when she's enraged? And should that be true, my Yasnapati is the one we should fear the most, yes? Huh? Oh, Paimon knows him best, though Knowing isn't one for talking, he's still super nice, right? Okay, Knowing, you gotta say something. The silence is actually making Paimon nervous. Very well, let us refocus. As you behold, this tree is called Barsom, and Rashmu is its familiar, though she is absent right now. And nothing. There's nothing more to say of Rashnu and the Barsom. Feels
Feels like you're hiding something. Right, about the Cory drums. Hiding? Absurd. As for the drums, haven't you seen them in use? Speaking of which, Paimon remembers Rosnu saying she's the one who threw the Cory drums elsewhere. That really surprised Nasajuna. If Paimon recalls, you were really nervous then and didn't respond to Nasujuna's questioning. The way it looks now, the Order of Skeptics archives were really off the mark. Though playing the drums did wake Rashnu. Paimon seems to understand why Zurvan didn't trust the current Order of Skeptics. Thanks, Sorish. Did they really help? The clues they gave are half-truths at best. The current generation of Order of Skeptics indeed does have some lacking members, but like a tree, no matter how many leaves flourish, there will always be some that will shrivel and dry. Once these dry leaves break and scatter, those that will remain, they will be the ones that can be relied upon. Yes. How did the Order of Skeptics become like this? I also want to know that. It's because I have been with the Order of Skeptics too long that I grew unable to discern their gradual changes. Only when I began to speak with you and other outsiders did I realize the Order of Skeptics had changed. It has been a few hundred years. Besides, their name being the same, they must have cycled through a few generations of different members already. With the fame I seek, the fame I wish for the Yasnapati to eulogize for me, also erode into this. Oh, will the fame I seek, the fame I wish for the Yasnapati to eulogize for me, also erode into this? Will everything changed? With everything changed, carrying only a hollow title for others to recall? Is that what my elder wishes that I learn? No, it shouldn't be, but... Surish, there's no need to be so down. Maybe Zurvan didn't mean that. Seeing Surish so depressed makes Paimon feel like she did something wrong. Maybe we should have Zurvan cheer her up. Alright. Back to the Oasis. Yeah, these aren't bad. I think they go pretty good. Oh, Sorish, you appear weary. Did you find an obstacle in your progress? Should we call it an obstacle or a sense of confusion? You recount what was said during your talk with Sorish and Zurvan. Or to Zurvan, I guess. I see. However, the records of humans deviating from actual reality isn't anything new. They are forgetful and prejudiced people, after all. Considering how vast and complex the affairs of the world generally are, observers might be able to get an overview of the major details, but might not be able to grasp the minutiae. Those present during said affairs might be direct witnesses, but still find themselves unable to move beyond their personal subjectivity. Oh. This doesn't feel very comforting. Oh, so you wish for me to provide some warm words to placate Sorush. Did you forget that this is part of her training? To be able to overcome problems by oneself, that's the point of training, right? Someone guesses that makes sense. If Sorish cannot meet this task successfully, then all that can be said is she is unworthy of the title of Bloomguard, and will not be able to bear the weight of the twin-horn chaplet. And when the time comes, gentle though I am right now, I can only do what must be done, no matter how cruel. Will you take my chaplet from me? As for the punishment for failure, I suppose you'll discover that yourself should you truly fail. If Sorish doesn't want to be bald, she better try extra hard now. Alright, let's head to the next trial. Ah, the hollow, is it?
The wind rises.
Alright, time to fuck up some hilly churls. Right. Oh, right. It's timed. I forgot. Okay. Fine, then. Just catch all of these on fire. Missed one. What a shame. Okay, so over here... Wow, really? There we go. Alright, where are we going now? Over here. Gotta scare this guy off. Bum 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 ba na 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 na. Alright, I think I scared them all off. No, there's two left. Oh, it's these guys, okay. Could have sworn I shot at them earlier, but... There we go. Now I got them all. Trial success! And the next one is... over here. Let's see. Oh, a vista. Let's do this first. Alright. Another reminiscence spot. It is... reminiscence... Are they high up? Nope, I'm going further away. Going closer. Further below. Okay. There we go. Got it. What are we gonna learn of the Order of Skeptics this time? It has long been a familiar sight to me, but now I feel only conflicted thinking about it. Huh. On the bright side, this maybe means Sorish has matured? I know not if this is a growth or a decline instead. Cheer up, Sorish. It's not like you to get so down. Right, since we're already here, why don't you tell us about the early history of the Order of Skeptics? Although things are the way they are now, there must have been a point in time where a point to their establishment, right? Otherwise Zervan wouldn't have helped them and you wouldn't have been drawn to them. Very well, if you wish to listen, I will speak. However, you must know that my birth came after the Order of Skeptics was formed. What happened prior is but hearsay to me as well. It was said that before all that transpired, there was some of absolute purity and virtue who attempted to spread the word that catastrophe was imminent. But carrying a message does not halt the coming of ruin. Soon darkness washed over the lands as rolling tides, drowning all that lived in fear. Just as we saw of the Setek Weenut, even the strongest creatures were crystallized, perishing during the event. Comparatively with how soft and weak humans are, their resulting scouring cannot be considered a personal failing. But some individuals arrived, rushing into the maelstrom that was the calamity. Were these people the First Order of Skeptics? Indeed, their leader was Nagarjuna. He was once a researcher who worked in the depths of the woods, and he put roots down here to help alleviate the aftershocks of the catastrophe. Yes, and there was another one with golden hair. Though my elder spoke little of him, he should count as an interesting individual, I think. It's a real shame that he only lived a few hundred years ago. If he was still here, Paimon would love to see him meet Knowing. Then we can see who's more interesting.
Well, my victory's assured.
Following this, after my birth, the after effects of the catastrophe stabilized. So, Sorush had nothing to do then? Not entirely. As the filth will never be fully eradicated, it's just that noble sacrifices like the one made by the divine bird Smirug were no longer needed. What's more, such duties have already been performed by Mihir, Rashnu, and other Pari predating me. After Narjuna, the Elder slowly broke off contact with the Order of Skeptics. However, the Skeptics themselves remained ever interested in us Pari. But I suppose this is nothing strange. To them, after all, we Pari are heroes worthy of songs and odes. The strong feelings of admiration we inspire are more than deserved. During that time, I often heard them loudly singing their poems and odes, and with the passing of time, the scenes of the divine bird sacrifice grew ever more vivid. Yet my elder treats this as if it's a paltry thing. It sounds like...
Surish got buttered up by honeyed words.
What? No, impossible. I clearly wanted to imitate the divine bird because I was moved by its passion and will. The only reason why I associated with the Order of Skeptics was because they would tell me about the happenings of years past. Of course, it wasn't like they didn't heap an appropriate amount of praise on me. It's the same story, but told in an exaggerated way to get people's attention. Even Paimon likes listening to exciting stories. Oh, but if their intention was to record actual history, then they definitely did something wrong. Indeed. Regardless if it is I or the humans of the Order of Skeptics, those who condition themselves to accept hyperbole as ordinary will see themselves become like this. The Order of Skeptics' archives were no longer simple truthful records. Instead, they were filled with all manner of embellishment and subjective opinions. And, unknowingly, I began to put renown up beyond action itself. Looks like you finally get it.
She seems more energetic than she was when she came here.
Isn't this a good thing? Now Zervan won't be asking to take the chaplet, will she? Your training is almost at its end. You'll definitely win Zervan's approval. Alright. Talk to Zervan. You look much happier than when we last spoke. You look much happier than when last we spoke. Seems things have gone well. From what I've learned doing these tasks, I have grown. For now. You are worthy of being called a Bloomguard? No, not yet. There's still a final portion of the task that I need to complete. Until all the tasks are done, until your respect is earned, I am not finished. Only then can the Twin-Horn Chaplet truly belong to me. Oh, looks like you're actually beyond your rebellious phase after all, just as was claimed. Elder, you still remembered that? Forget, I beg of you. Regardless, it's good to see that your spirits have returned. Knowing, Paimon, please be witness to the truth of whether Sorish is worthy of the Two-Horn Chaplet. Then I will await you at the end. See you soon. Still one left, right? Or one set of 3 left, I guess. Alright. This way?
Search for it. Too slow.
Boink.
Squall and Fury.
Rush. I just had a weird thought. If you can only see out of one eye, then you lack in depth perception. But video games like these actually fake depth perception by making things bigger or smaller, so they imitate, foreshortening. So then I was thinking that somebody who is blind in one eye would actually see just as well on in a video game, and depth perception wouldn't be that different, right? Like, they'd pretty much be the same as 2 eyes, because it's actually the illusion of depth instead of true depth. Alright, we have finished. And the next one is over here. I guess this one? Nothing's really that close, but... Oh! But there's these, so it doesn't matter. I'll get that. I'll get it now. I'll forget later. Alright. Whoa! That was something, wasn't it? Got it. So those just used to make the teleporty devices. Yep. They just spawn more Spider-Man points for you. Alright. This should be the last one for real now. Alright, so here's what we want. We want Reminiscence. I probably should have actually looked at the picture, but I did not. Oh. Look, it's right here. There we go. Trinity Hollow from before, the epicenter of the disaster of years past. Wow, Paimon didn't think Sorish would really be able to extinguish the sign of Apo-Osha and solve all the trouble happening here. Extinguishing the sign of Apo-Osha is but the duty of the Bloom Guard. Sorish only did as she should. It was all thanks to me here and Roshnu's help too. Yeah, and we put in plenty of work too. Splendid. It's so nice of you, my Yasnapati and the Pale Floater, to look beyond the person of greatest importance, me. Whoa, Sorish's arrogance makes its grand return. Why do both of you still harbor such doubts in me after our time together? My pride has never been born of blind arrogance. You should be well aware that I fully understand my past mistakes. Before, I placed reputation above action, but now, as I have learned, this is an act of purest neglect. Just as Smirag became the divine bird through her sacrifice, I will become the Bloom Guard by my deeds and hear my name rightfully sung in praises of my service. Additionally, I have completed all the assignments you have given me, Elder. Now, even you must admit that I am one worthy of the title of Bloom Guard, worthy of the Twin Horn Chaplet. I indeed have no objections to the choice you have made, choice made by the Kavrana. What, did you expect me to object? No, I merely did not expect you to agree so easily, Elder. I expected a few rough words at least. I'm not nearly so vicious. About the responsibilities of a Bloom Guard, I did not actually gain any knowledge from the chaplet. Is this because I still do not embody the traits of the Bloom Guard fully? Do I still lack training? For this, the title of Bloom Guard might be inherited, but the duties are always variable. I see. To state it simply, there are no fixed rules, and even more, there are no specific judging standards. Usually, the Kavrana's choice is final. Huh? So you're saying... I will not be taking the Twin Horn Chaplet from you. Now you don't need to worry about the top of your head getting cold. Missing the point. I understand. This must be part of the test. Seems like Sorish is having an epiphany. You are a forgetful one, Pale Floater. I just said it. To pass these tests, besides competence and observation, the most important thing is understanding my past mistakes. Even the outcome was already determined. If even the outcome was already determined, would it not be retreading the path of folly if I cast aside all that I have learned during training? So I think this must be the last test my elder has left me. To a worthy Bloom Guard, this is but a simple task. This is a sign of your complete trust in me, Elder. I didn't expect you to see right through me. The Kavrana chose well. But your changes, I suppose Noane and Paimon bear some credit for that. Indeed, my esteemed Yasnapati and the Pale Floater are both beings of merit. Though I wish to say that I was potent enough alone, I think truly that only with their aid could I extinguish the sign of Apo-Osha. I didn't think that in so short a time, Sorish could become so responsible. Of course, as long as I hold my responsibilities close to heart, then my elder need not worry for my sake. Paimon keeps thinking that Zervan might have planned this, but seeing Sorish this happy, Paimon can't really complain. Alright, let's get them rewards. And the event is done! Once more, I am not behind. Although, on a different day, there is of course still more to catch up on. I'll need to do the rest of these quests. But, I think that's good here for today. I hope you all enjoyed this stream, and I shall see you again upon my next visit to Tevat. Have a good